Build the dream in FIFA 20, pay less and get more, and use the code TVM at checkout for a bigger discount. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the road to glory. We're about to go into a Division Rivals game. Going to do the whole thing live. Thought before we would do that, though, or before we did do that, English is difficult, bodes well for the video ahead. I'd show you the team I'm using. So this is a first owner team, would you believe? We've got 3 reds in there, which is kind of cool, I guess. Fabinho, who I completely forgot I owned. We packed him a few days ago, and I thought, oh, I'll give him a try, and I just haven't done it. Suppose I should give him a chem style, really, shouldn't I? What chem style would you put on Fabinho, though? I don't really want to be wasting an anchor. I think just for today, I'm probably not going to use him outside of today. I'm just going to give him a sentinel. And it is what it is. I'm going to change my manager in a second so everyone's on 10 chem. Sane's off chem, but, well, okay, not everyone's on 10 chem then. Sane will be on 7. That's obviously not how I'm going to line up. Zaha will be the cam. Sane and Vardy will be the strikers. We're going to go into 4-1-2-2 like we normally do. Kante and Decora are going to be the CMs, and Fabinho is going to be the CDM. I'm going to switch my manager to be a Premier League manager so that we get that 1 extra chem point. Jurgen, it is up to you to give us the win. If we get the win, by the way, because it's a first owner squad, we'll get a icon token for it as well. And into the game we go against this rich son of a bitch, Julia Amelia. Okay, cool. I mean, that's a great team. There's no denying that. It's a really good team. I'm not sure how Lewandowski plays this year in this sort of game where passing and agility tends to be the king. We are, of course, on the new patch. I've got no idea whether this is available on console yet. What I will tell you is in about the 12 games I've played today, I've won 1 and I've lost, you've guessed it, about 8 of them. So I've drawn a lot of games. Well, no, I've drawn a few. I've lost most. Oh, God, this is going to be horrendous. Jamie Vardy. We're testing out Vardy in a starting position. This is the first game Jamie Vardy has started for me since the review, which is a long time ago now. But the other thing is that finishing is just so, and I'm going to use that word again, loose. You can score goals now on this game from anywhere, and I think they've done it to sort of make competitive, that's got to be offside, they've made the sort of competitive scene a little bit more enjoyable to watch. People were complaining, nice one, that the game was boring to watch and it just wasn't that entertaining, and obviously they want to try and make their global competitive scene as entertaining as possible, so they've just tried to make it easier to score goals. Every game I've played so far has had around 5 to 6 goals in it, whether it finished 3-2, 3-3, 4-3, a lot of them finish in 4-3, not in my favour, which doesn't really bode well for Weekend League ahead. I mean, I hate Weekend League at the best of times, but at least I'm sort of semi-good at the game. Am I good now? Maybe not, because I'm conceding a lot more. That should be a bad effort. That's a terrible effort, actually. Manuel Neuer with an easy save. So, Grey Ghost has asked probably the most frequently asked question across all videos, and he wants to know why no one ever asks it. If only he knew. Is that a free kick? I'd like one. We're going to go for goal with Fabinho. Awful. Don't ever do it. He basically wants to know what TVM stands for. So I never really address it because these days it doesn't stand for anything. It was a name that is literally... That's great defending. I mean, that name is literally 12 years old at this point. And it's been many things over the years, and it literally doesn't stand for anything anymore. It's I suppose in a way it's not an abbreviation now, it's a name, and it doesn't make any sense because there aren't any vowels in it, which obviously isn't really a name. You're going to bring it back? Cool. Let's have a look to see if this guy knows how to take those broken free kicks. It's a little bit far out for him to try it, to be fair, so he's not going to. If I were him, I would have given that a go. I don't know how I managed to do that with Kyle Walker, but there we are. Yeah, so the answer to your question is it doesn't stand for anything. Over the years, I've always tried to think of something else to sort of say it stood for. So like, I've tried to think of something like, you know, people keep saying, oh, it stands for thank you very much, and it doesn't. But I don't know. If we can think of anything to, you know, that actually sticks in the memory and makes sense, we can change the meaning of it, but it just doesn't. It literally doesn't mean anything. So far in this game, I don't feel like I'm going to win it, which is like most games, to be honest. But I feel like this guy's a decent, or girl, don't want to discriminate. This person is a good player. They're reading the game relatively well. I'm not, because that was a terrible pass, and I knew that from the second I tried to play it. Here's Jamie Vardy. I mean, that was decent, but I kind of just went back. I needed to shift it slightly to the left or to the right, and I just didn't do either. To the left would have been better. See if we can defend this. I've struggled to... Oh, no, that's a great goal. Yep, well done. Oh, wow, you've missed. You should have scored. I've struggled today to do commentary while doing videos. While playing the game, sorry. Because I can't concentrate. I keep doing... I wouldn't have done that normally. I would have taken a touch. And how my opponent hasn't scored yet is beyond me. I would have taken a touch normally, but because I'm not thinking about the game, I'm just playing without engaging my brain, which is not how you should play FIFA these days. That's got to be a goal, although it is Zaha. I mean, the shot, what's going on? You could score from anywhere half an hour ago. Now I can't there's no power behind these shots. It's not going well. Let's drag it back again. Play it to the edge of the area. Look to play it. Look to turn around, Kante, and actually play it forward. There you go. I hate it when they do those back heels. You can easily just scoop it to the side or something. Instead, they feel the need to do a little stupid sort of flicky back heel. Let's go for a finesse. Oh, banged it. I actually meant to go far post, but it went near post. I don't know why. So, hello. We've got an opportunity here again. I'm going to just bang it near post. Not with the right foot. I wanted him to use the left. Obviously, yesterday was an episode kind of clearing up the whole I don't complain about things. I try and be constructive. I'm not going to go over everything that I went over already. A couple of people reiterating, if I ever complain about anything, I do back it up with points. I like to try and back it up with points. Obviously, I don't always come across that way, and it just sounds like I'm moaning. I tend to moan. I do most of my moaning during the game like this. I will 100% bitch and moan about this game as it sort of develops. I'm going to have to lay it off. How have I not scored? How has that not gone in? I've actually got Sane and Vardy on opposite sides. So instead of cutting in onto the strong foot, I'm cutting in onto the weak foot. And that's crazy because that's not what I've tried to do. Because it tends to work better. If you're near post, I've got Sane on the left, just to hit it straight near post, it works a lot better than cutting across the keeper this year. So the fact that Sane has been the player on the right-hand side to be involved twice is actually really infuriating, because he's not the player I wanted there, really. We're going to concede here, surely. Oh my god, this game. Score, thank you. Jesus, that was really annoying me. The guy should be 2 or 3-0 up already, or the girl, whatever. And I should have scored 1 or 2 as well, so it is what it is. Javier says, I need Politano in my life. I've not actually done anything else towards Politano. I think I've got a goal with a Bologna player, and I've got a goal with a Fiorentina player. I've done 2 or 3 of them. And I've not given up on it. It's just there's so much to do in this game that I just don't have time to go after everything. So I'm trying to do the objectives to get icon swaps in the week, and I'm struggling to fit the time in to do that with between doing other videos and such. I don't know why I took a shot. It was pointless. It was never going in. And then on the weekend, I'm playing Weekend League. And then we're back into that circle of, right, now I need to go after icon swaps. And I'm just trying to play... That's a goal. I'm trying to play Rivals to get the points, to finish certain rank and whatever. And I don't really play that much Rivals anyway. But there's just not that much time to do everything. What I really need to do... but I can't bring myself to do it, and I talk about it a lot, I feel, is I need to knock foot champs on the head some days. This weekend coming up now, what I should do is say, right, well, forget about it. I'm not doing it. I'm not playing it. I'm going to take a little time out to get used to the game again now that they've changed things. Oh my God. Why? How has that not gone in? I need to maybe I'll take a weekend out to relearn the game, because they've changed it again with shooting and certain passing mechanics and things. And and I'll focus on maybe trying to go after some after a Politano, right? You have to blow the whistle for half-time. Look at the clock. Look at the clock. Thank you. Gee, if he'd scored then, or she'd scored, we don't discriminate, I would have quit the game, because that's horrendous. Take the weekend off and go after Politano and just try and learn the game and try and score goals with players we don't normally use. And then if we can score goals with bad players, when we actually use our good players, we'll feel fantastic. That's what I'd like to do, but I need your blessing to do it, and I need to have a little word with myself, because I will 100% try and talk myself out of it because of the fear of missing out factor. Look at those half-time stats, 90% pass accuracy and 57% possession, with more shots on target, generally speaking, despite the fact that they've had, I would say, 2 or 3 clear-cut opportunities to score, and probably should have done. We have as well. They probably should be in the lead, but we have a massive grip on the game. Yesterday we were talking about half-time momentum and second-half syndrome, and I feel like it's a real thing in FIFA. And the fact that I can play amazing in the first half, but in the second half I can fall to pieces for literally no reason. I feel like this is not one of those games that you'll see the shift as blatant, because to be fair, my opponent has had their fair share of chances, and you won't see the shift as much as if I was like completely dominating the game, right? But can you believe that? It's worked out in the end, right? Because we've scored. But I actually tried to pass that to, I think it was Decora, with the through sort of run, and it went to Vardy. And like I said, I got away with it, but that is somewhat dodgy. That is a phenomenal effort. Vardy, good save. I should have scored. I really should have scored. What I failed to do in those situations, and I'm not sure we're going to get we're not going to get the chance to look at it again. And I can't tell you whether there was someone there, but what I failed to do in that situation, I never look across goal. I always go for goal, because it would look better to score a goal. Hello? Okay, nearly. It would look better if Sane or Vardy or whoever it was scored that goal from the little back heel. It would have looked better than playing it back across goal again, because it would have been a little bit sweaty. So I never look across goal, and I always look to just shoot. What I need to do in that situation is look to play that little ball that is like that across there. It wasn't actually on then, and I should have shot where I've done 2 wrong things. I should have shot there, and the other one I should have looked to play it across the keeper. Unfortunately, I've completely flamingoed up. It's like a cock up, but it's much, much bigger. And we should be 4-1 up in the second half, and we're just not, right? So we learn from our mistakes. But yeah, I need to just take my time a little bit more. I rush with certain situations, and I just need to. I have time, and like there, I've played the wrong pass, but I've slowed it down and I've had a look, and I've picked the wrong pass, but at least I've had a look, and it's my own fault, right? That's terrible. We're gonna get a second bite, and that's terrible again. What is going on? In this game, I feel like my opponent is getting handicapped, if I'm honest, because we were far more under the cosh in the first half than what we were what we have been in this second. I don't know whether that's maybe the game was for my opponent in the first half and they've had their chances because the game was helping them, or whether and now it's rectified itself and I'm on top because I'm the better player, or whether my opponent is literally just getting shafted, which is probably the case. I don't know, because they don't seem to be doing anything differently. My players seem to be intercepting a lot better. My opponent's pressed pause, whether that's to make a change or to leave, I don't know. Little heel to heel Vardy. Nope, okay, cool beans. I didn't want to do it anyway. I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking at the screen, and I've won the ball back. It's not because I'm good at the game, but the game is on my side by the looks of things. Is Sane across the keeper, good save, rebound? No. I am going to make some subs as well when this ball goes out. I actually can't wait for it to go out of play, because I really want to get rid of Decora. I want to bring Alan on. And I think I want to take Zaha and maybe Sane off as well. Cheers, mate. He's probably going to leave now. Or not. Okay, cool. Right, so what we're going to do is take Zaha off. We're going to bring Giovinco on. We're going to bring Alan on for Decora. And we're going to bring... We'll bring Mertens on for Sane. See, this is where I would bring Vardy on, and I'd be happy to do it. I tell you what, I should have had a Cambi on my bench. A Cambi on my bench might have been like a Vardy-esque substitute. They're very similar. There is a comment right down the bottom. It's actually nothing to do with the Road to Glory, but I want to talk about it anyway, because this is the kind of thing I would probably talk about in if you guys have been around long enough. I used to do a series called the LGS, which is basically just me talking for an hour, podcast style, but in a video. That was horrendous by me, my own fault. There's actually been no nonsense in this game. There's been very minimal bullshit. A little bit here or there, but generally speaking, every time I've lost the ball, I've deserved to lose the ball. And I say that, obviously, from my point of view. I don't know how my opponent feels about it. Probably not the same. Play it through. There's Alan. Bang. Oh, wow. How have I not scored? I mean, see, that's nonsense. There's no way I should be having the ball there. My opponent should have it. Little ball inside. Okay, we're going to get it back again. See, this is my opponent's getting screwed. 100%. Oh, that's a great goal, Jamie Vardy. My opponent is getting screwed over, and I do not blame you in the slightest, because that was ridiculous. First half, it was an even game. They could have had a couple of goals. We could have had a couple of goals. Neither of us really took our chances. It was even. There was a few sloppy passes here or there from both of us. Second half, all of those, I don't know what the halftime stats look like. I can't remember. But most of those efforts have come in the second half, because I couldn't lose the ball if I tried. I wasn't even looking at the screen half the time, and I was winning the ball back. I feel bad for my opponent there, because they've not deserved that. So, LH1993, great year. I said, I preferred your old style of reviews in FIFA 17 when they were around 5 or 6 minutes. And to the point, you would play around 5 or 10 games with them and speak about your experience with that player rather than doing live commentary, which sometimes feels forced, where you start saying things like, pass to Mbappe and he takes shot. Yeah, well, we'll go into the menus. I don't know what we're going to do from now, because I mean, we've played most of the game. If I played another game, this video would be stupidly long, right? So we'll probably just sit there and twiddle our thumbs for 5 minutes. But yeah, the reason, and I know this has got nothing to do with Road to Glory, but there's just never any other reason for way I can sort of get it over, right? Look how many points I've just been quitting games left, right, and centre. My skill rating is on the floor. Yeah, I haven't really got another platform to put this out on, so I thought I'd talk about it in the Road to Glory. The reason my player reviews are the way they are these days, which the format, if you're not down with the kids, we'll go and collect our token. If you're not down with the kids, watch the videos like the player reviews. Not that I do that many of them anymore. The format now is talk about the player, show you his profile, show you his stats, put the chem style on. Go into, I would say, maybe 3 or 4 minutes of live gameplay, whether it be 1 game, 2 games, 3 games, of me just playing the game like I just did there, but obviously clips. And then we talk maybe 1 or 2 minutes at the end about the player, job done, 10-minute video, happy days. The reason they are like that, and they're not like they used to be, which was literally just a couple of minutes of player profile, the gameplay and an end screen for 5 minutes, which was nice, short, compact video, straight to the point, is because YouTube. They change the way your videos are discovered, they change the way you get paid, they change the amount you get paid. So instead of, I need to focus on the Serie A or the Bundesliga next, I think, which is, I'm going to go build a team around the Serie A token, and then we'll maybe, I won't play another game in this video, but yeah, we'll build it around that. So I preferred the old way of doing it as well. 5-minute videos are they're easier to do for a start. I still play between 7 and 10 games per player for a review. I just don't show you hardly any of it. I play it off camera while listening to music or having something on next to me TV-wise. I don't show you all the gameplay. So in a way, it's me. I'm wasting gameplay in a sense, because I'm not showing you all of it. The reason I do it, though, is because, like I said, YouTube have changed the way they pay out, and they pay a lot more money for a 10-minute video, even if it has the exact same number of views and watch time and all the rest of it. They pay out a lot more for a 10-minute video than they do for a 9-minute video or a 5-minute video, for example. So the reason me and every other content creator these days, apart from the stupid mega view people who get like crazy views regardless of the length of their video. The reason that we do it is because we want to be paid more. Like I said, I get paid a lot more for a 10-minute video than I do a 5-minute. So yes, I'm selling out, but guess what? It's my job to make these videos, so I kind of need to sell out, right? So yeah, like I said, I prefer doing them the old way, but I have to put just as much effort into a 5-minute review as I do a 10-minute review with the way that I do the 10-minute videos. So for me, getting paid 3-4 times the amount of a 5-minute video for doing the same amount of work, a little bit more appealing. So that's the reason why. Honestly, if I could, I would go back to the 5-minute videos. I can't do it. I just can't. It's not feasible. I think I'd rather use my red Barella than I would my ones to watch. It has absolutely no difference whatsoever. I've even got a chem style on him, but I don't want to do it because it's red, and I want to show people I'm a foot champs kind of guy. Except I've just decided he ain't even playing. No, he probably will. I'm going to change the formation of this. So yeah, it's just a little insight. You know, I hate the fact that YouTube is like this. Why do you have to be like this? But unfortunately, it is what it is, and there's nothing I can do about it. I could take a smaller paycheck, but why? Why should I have to for something that isn't my fault? Essentially, you know, I don't have any control over it. It's not like I've decided 10-minute videos would be better for me to do. I'll do those. I've not decided to do that, so I don't know. It's just one of those things. Unfortunately, there ain't much I can do about it. Everyone else really agree with me in the comments that since FIFA 17, being dominant in the first half means that you kind of lose it in the second. You'll notice in that game that we just played as well, I'm probably going to have to play Sanchez over here. That game I just played, I didn't have 60% possession in the first half. I only had, 50-something? Maybe it might have been high, like 57, but it wasn't 60. And I've deduced, in my head at least, that 60% possession is the cutoff for EA to turn the tide, as it were. So, yeah. What are we saying here? I don't really know what to do. What do I need? I need 7 first owners, right? So that's 1. The right back is 1. He's first owner, definitely. Yeah, right. He's first owner. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. And now I need to get 5, 6. I need these 3 need to be Italian league theoretically for me to be first owner. So I'm probably gonna have to put Perrin in goal, despite the fact that he's one of the worst goalkeepers in the game. I hate Perrin with a passion. I don't have to put him in there, but it's either him or Strakosha, who doesn't have any speed, so I will put... And hang on, what's Strakosha's positioning? Let's just work that out first, because they're both 79, so yeah, I'd rather have Perrin in there. Defender-wise, I'm probably going to have to go with either... Do I go with Dhir, or do I go with Jason Murillo? I'm going to go with Jason Murillo, I have to, right? And then left-back-wise, probably going to go with Hernandez, just because of the pace, even though he is awful. So, there's my 7 first owners. So, he's first owner, he's first owner, he's first owner. There we go. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I've got 8 first owners in there. So, I could actually go with a different player somewhere, but to be honest, there's no link. I need, unless I had an icon striker, I need to put all those players in there. Unfortunately, it is what it is. I can have super subs though, right? So I can do whatever I want in terms of the subs. So players I would like to bring on, obviously, got to have the man, the myth, the legend that is Jamie Vardy. I'm going to toy with Toko Akambi as well, and don't know who else realistically I like to bring on as a sub. I never bring Zaha on. I very rarely use him. That last game you just watched is the only time I've played him in God knows how long. I don't think I've ever started him. I don't think I did a review. So there's my bench. I'm unlikely to bring Pulisic on. I don't know why he's there. I'll put Sane on the bench because now and again he comes on. In terms of doing those Italian, like the Politano objectives, I'm not set up for that at all because I've done Napoli. I think I've done Inter. Cagliari, I'm 1 goal away, so I just need a goal with 9 goaling. And I've got 1 Sampdoria. I've got 1 or 2 AC Milan. And that's it. So, yeah. I think that's the team I'm going to go and complete the Serie A icon swaps with. I'm going to have just a very quick look to see how many icon swaps we need. I'm pretty sure we had 4 last time. That one would give us 5. Like off the top of my head, I'm going with 5. Yeah, we had 4. I think we've only done 1 since, yeah. So just that one, and then we've got ourselves... There we go. So we've got ourselves 5. We need another 3. So I can do the Bundesliga, the Serie A, and then I need to just work towards 1 more. We'll have Guardiola. We can then stop. We don't need to worry about doing any more. It's pointless completing them because you don't need them for anything. It would be interesting if EA did give us, you know, like they did with the foot swaps last year, and they gave us that recycler. It would be interesting if they gave us that this year, but I'm not going to bank on it, and I'm not going to go out of my way to get the tokens. Something I really need to do, and for some reason he's not selling, and I keep putting it off. I need to go... Nope. I need to go and make sure Oblak just pisses off, because he's doing my head in now. He's been there for days, and he's probably deappreciated down to all about 30k. He just, I mean, I can't see one there for 40,000. It's all 41, 42 and above. And for the life of me, I can't sell him. He's on 99.99, and he just won't go. Right, we'll just dip him below 40k and hope that he just gets the message that we just want him gone. Great keeper, my favourite so far in FIFA. Doesn't work for the team that I currently have, though. Let me have a look while we're here, actually, at the price of Alan's Road to the Final card. I've not checked since he's left packs. Let's have a little look. So, nice dynamic image. Oh my god, look at the price on that now. He was down to 300k, and now he's worth 450. That is cray-cray. I couldn't afford him before, otherwise... I probably would have forced myself to buy him, but it's mad how a lot of people, myself included, will justify doing this or doing that and can spend 150k on an SBC and think that's good value for money, knowing you can't sell them, the packs are trash, you probably won't pack anything, but then looking at Alan for 300k on the market, knowing Napoli are going to progress and that card will go to an 87 and possibly even higher, and thinking, nah, that's too expensive, and now all of a sudden we could have made 150k on him, sold him, and been quids in. Not that I would have done, but we could have done. That's going to do it for today's episode. I apologise that my opponent felt the need to leave. I don't blame them, though. Like I said, that game was absolute BS, because first half it was very even, second half it was almost like they didn't have control of their own players, and that's what can happen. The other way around, you know, I was complaining about it yesterday, it happening to me a lot, but it does happen to my opponents, and I'm more than happy to acknowledge it, because that was just nonsense. But that's going to do it for today. Tomorrow, the best day of the week, and the day that we get ourselves an inform Ronaldo, assuming Ronaldo has an inform. I am recording this before we know the team of the week. If EA have not included it, I'm going to go mental. If you have enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Football Index. The game changed. Download the app now.